Hello, everyone. It's me again. Today, I want to talk about depression and family. Now, all my posts will be about depression, but right now, this is something very dear to me since it's something very personal and what's going on in my life right now. There will be some people who might get mad while watching this, but I'm sorry, I must speak the truth. I was adopted. Um, I love my adopted family. I didn't have the best childhood. I didn't have the worst childhood. Like I said, when I was 9, I started writing poetry because of my depression. My mommy was a teacher. So, of course, being a child of a teacher, you go figure. However, she always made me seem like I wasn't smart enough. Now, my aunties and my cousins and my sister probably would say it was just my imagination. But I graduated from the 8th grade. She made me repeat the 8th grade because she said she didn't think I knew enough to go to high school. What parent does that to their child? I mean, I have a disability. I'm visually impaired, and I didn't start getting help educationally until probably the last couple of months of high school, which in my case seemed like a little bit too late because I had to struggle through school. I wasn't horrible, but I wasn't a 4.0 person either. College I wanted to get into. She told me I wasn't smart enough to get into that college. Again, as as a mother, how do you tell your child this? I would never tell Lauren she's not smart enough to do anything. I would encourage her to try whatever she wants to try within reason, and she'll rock at it because, you know, I have faith in her. I believe in her. I mean, there are other reasons for my depression that weren't family related. That's for another day. Now, my birth family, I love them. I do. Every single last one of them. My birth mother side of the family. It's my mother, my brother, me, and my sister. I didn't grow up with them, and I met them in '99. And of course, me thinking I knew it wasn't going to be all as they say on trolls, cupcakes and rainbows, but I didn't expect it to be the way it is. Meeting your family and they welcome you with open arms and they seem really genuine. And like I said, I love my family, but as time goes by, you realize something. It's just a show. I mean, like I said, I know they love me. It's just their actions don't speak their words. You know, they say actions speak louder than words. Their actions don't speak their words. They're totally two different situations. My child, when I had my princess, I thought it brought us closer. Me and my sister, my mother. Um, yeah, that not so much the case. Um, my mother, sorry, acts like she only has one grandchild and she has three. You know, there's, my niece that was born to that same year as Lauren, and then she has a sister. So when it was just Lauren and Candace, it was Candace, Candace, Candace. When it was Lauren, Candace, and Jada, it was Candace, Candace, Candace. And I don't feel that's right. And that sort of plays on me too. There's a lot that plays on me. But having a family that says they love you, but they ignore you, they treat you and your child as if they don't even exist, but they say, well, give her a hug, tell her I love her, but you won't even come see her. You don't call her, you don't ask about her. You don't do anything. It's just like it's not even important. My daughter was diagnosed when she was 2 with autism or being on the spectrum. My mother knew this. She did. They didn't care. My niece, my baby, got diagnosed with autism. And I offered my help to my sister. I explained to her that I was going through this by this time for 2 years. I'm there to help her. I'm there for her. She wants to cry, scream, vent, whatever she needed. Don't accept my help if you're not going to take my help. My mother now feels that she's the expert and wants to tell me stuff about my child having autism when she already knew her grandchild had it and she didn't care. What type of grandmother does not care what their grandchild is going through? You only know what's going on in her life if your husband tells you. And it shouldn't be that way. My stepfather is my rock. Just like Luan and just like Lauren, my stepfather is my rock. And my sister Raven too, she's so silly. But my stepfather is my rock. And if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't know what's going on in my life. And now I'm to the point that a couple years ago I said, I'm done. I'm done reaching out. I'm done trying to fit in and be a part of their life. If they want to be a part of my life, they have to reach out to me. And that seems heartless. But come on, it's 2018. I've been going through this since 99. And then you find out that your child has depression, has been depressed just about all her life. And what you say is, oh, it must be from her adopted family because I know it has nothing to do with me. Are you kidding me? Like, you're that perfect that it cannot have anything to do with you whatsoever. My family doesn't know who I am. How do you have a child and nobody knows who you are? There's so much more, and this video is way too long. So I would have to go based on little certain events to explain it more, because you're probably like, oh, there's no reason to be depressed about all of this, but there is. I mean, you're not me. You didn't grow up in my shoes. You don't, deal with this on a daily basis of people acting like they care about you and acting like they care about your child, but they can really care less. And I talk about my mother and my sister. I love my brother. And the main thing I love about him is he's been consistent the whole time. He has never acted one way and then acted another. He's always consistent. He keeps to himself. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. He acknowledges his niece. I'm cool with that. But he never tried to be something he wasn't. And I love him for that. So, I can't talk about my birth father side of the family because I never met my father. If he was still alive, I wouldn't know anybody on that side of my family because my mother didn't even want to tell me. She wanted my sister to tell me. And basically, she told my mommy she gave up on that part of her life a long time ago, which means she gave up on me a long time ago. I mean, she didn't even care. It was just, oh, well, my mother might go to the funeral. My granny was my heart. I love her. I miss her. That's a whole different video for a different time. She was also my rock for a very short time that she was in my life. So, until next time, again, I'm sorry. This turns out it's going to be a series on depression and what I go through from time to time. And like I said, it might not be that big of a deal to you. And it might be like, oh, outside looking in, well, that's no reason to be depressed. She just wants to complain. Yeah, families are messed up. Most families are messed up. All families are messed up. But you have to actually be in my shoes. I mean, I knew, I've always known I was adopted. And when I got my records, it said that they took me from her because I was sick and she was sick, and which is true. I mean, my mother is still sickly, but when I was a baby, I had meningitis, seizures, and pneumonia. So when I when my child was called Miracle, I took it personally because she was a preemie. I figure I was too, because to have all of that as a baby, there is no way I should have been alive now. I should be alive now, but she got me back. I mean, I saw her off and on, which is why I don't understand how my family knew nothing about me. And then when asked, well, she said that she gave me back because she couldn't discipline me. And what I took it as is that since I was taken from her, they were watching her very closely. So she couldn't discipline me how she wanted to because social services was going to be on her behind. But, you know, that's okay. I'm okay with it. I've grown. I've gotten better. Yeah, I went through therapy. I went through all of this, and then I went through therapy, and it sort of helped me. And I'll tell you how the outcome and how it helped me. But it helped me, but at the same time, it just proves my point about my birth mother side of the family. But again, that's for another day, another time. Again, if anybody is going through depression, be there for them. You might just think, oh, well, they're just sad, they're just anything. Be there for them. You never know. I mean, give them a hug. Just say hi. Do something. Be polite. Even if it's somebody you don't know, because you never know what part you could play in somebody's life. Today, I'll say it's a good day for me, at least now. But every day isn't that good. And so I'm hoping by doing these videos that it will help me cope better with my depression. I know it's not going to go away. I hate taking medicine. It's nasty, you know, but I have to do what I have to do. I honestly feel that I am not well enough to go without my medicine. So I'm still taking it. And I think that's a personal decision that I need to stick with, because if I know I'm not fully there, there's no reason for putting myself or my family in danger of what I might do or what I'm capable of doing, but just refuse to do because, you know, I now have people who care about me. I didn't feel like that as a kid, but I do now. So, again, sorry, I keep dragging on and on. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.